Yo, what is up everybody, and welcome back to another PGA Tour 2K21 video. Today's video is going to be part of a new series that's going to be coming out every single Saturday. And it is going to be called, I guess, just the Challenge Circuit Guide. Essentially what the series is going to hold is every Saturday I am going to be uploading a video showing the Challenge Circuit course that will be played. I know a lot of people don't have time to do practice rounds and all of that, especially now since you have to get your rounds done a little earlier in the week. So I'm uploading these videos every Saturday just to give you a little high-level guide to the course that will be played on the Challenge Circuit for all the thousands of people who will be playing on the Challenge Circuit. You'll see how I would attack the course, maybe some club choices if you're looking to do, some meta bags each week. Whatever it may entail, I'm going to give you a high-level overview of how I would attack the course if I were to be playing it. And for next week, week number 1 of the new season, the Challenge Circuit is starting at Windstone. And this course is highly scoreable, and it's a course where distance is very king. Before we hop into the round, though, I do just want to go over the weather report for week number 1 on the Challenge Circuit. You'll see at Windstone, you're playing white tees round 1 and then black tees for 2, 3, and 4. So I'll be doing this round on black tees, since that is the bulk of the tees that you will be playing. And none of these are in order. They're just listed out. They're not in order. But if you look down here, greens and fairways are either going to be firm or very firm each round. So I'm guessing they're probably going to pair very firm fairways with firm greens. They might give you a round of very firm. That'd be interesting. They also have fast green speed, so you're probably going to be looking at a very firm fast maybe for one of the rounds. What I'm going to do is do a very firm fast, just so you can see how that all plays out, and you can adjust and prepare for that case that you do get a round that is that this week. But this is what you're looking at. You're going to have probably one round of high wind would be my guess, but low, medium, and high. I'll be playing on low just to show you how to attack the course, or how I would attack the course. But that is your weather report. That is what you're looking at for this week of rounds. We're going to be playing round 2 pins. Very firm, fast. We're going to do low wind speed. Again, like I said, distance is king on this course. It is a pretty long course, about 7,500 yards from the tips. So if you can get away with it, if you want to, I would suggest bringing in some long boys, the long driver, the long 3-wood, the sim 3-wood, even maybe a hybrid or 3-iron, decently distanced 3-iron as well. But we'll go over that once we get into the course, and let's hop right into the course. Here we go. This is Windstone for the Challenge Circuit players. Let's see how we can shoot out on the course. One thing to know about Windstone is the fairways are massive. So you should be able to hit some fairways. You have a lot of wiggle room for it. So don't be afraid to not do that, but really go after some of these fairways, just because they slope a lot, like you'll see here. They slope a lot back into the fairway, and they are very big. So that's something you don't have to worry about too much. On this course, though, there is a lot of plateauing, like you see right here, where if you're short, you'll miss out and you'll roll out a ways. So if you need to at this course, just play it safe. If you don't want to go directly at it, don't. If you want to just play it safe and play for 2 putts, you can. The thing with this course is you can play for 2 putts for par on these par 4s, because the par 5s are very scoreable, and there's also some par 4s that are very scoreable because they are short. So if you want to, reduce risk for a lot of these holes, and you'll see it as we play, you can actually play them out, safe, and just go for a 2-putt if you'd like. We don't play it safe though, so we're just gonna go for it, see what happens. Guessing this is gonna be decent. Very firm greens may screw us here. Yep, it did. You're gonna get a lot of bounce. Very firm greens are gonna be interesting to see how people play this out. But because the course is so scoreable, I can see why they're doing a very firm green set. Maybe even 2 rounds, potentially. because you got to bring the scores down a little bit somehow. But we're still all right. We'll still get this par. And we'll go on to the next hole. Like I was saying, fairways are massive. So you have a lot of room to play around with on these fairways, which is good. It allows you to attack the course a little bit easier, knowing that you're going to be hitting, you know, from the fairway. Like I said, more plateauing. There's a lot of it here where it plateaus off and it sets it, you know, up on a ledge. One thing that you do just prepare yourself for is a lot of these courses do slope back into the hole, so you have a little bit of a safety net if you need it. So like this, if you don't want to land it short, although I always suggest to putt uphill rather than downhill, but you do have a little bit of a safety net. If you do go a little bit long, it will roll back into the hole. So there's a lot of holes that have that little bit of a safety net. So if you're a little inaccurate on your approach shots, you should still be okay. Very firm greens. We're actually gonna play this a little short and see if we can get a roll up here. Yeah, big bounce and rolls on very firm greens. So make sure if you get a very firm, you play for that. Because if you're not ready for the very firm greens, they will turn around and they will bite you. So just prepare. Even with your wedges, you'll get some huge bounce and rollouts, and you'll see. Here's one of those short par fours that I was talking about. Pretty much playing it anywhere here is good. Even playing it sand trap, playing it long, you'll be perfectly fine, just because anywhere you play, if you want to play it short, you can. Anywhere you play it, though, you'll be in good shape. So here we might end up in the sand trap. But again, playing from the sand trap is fine. This is a hole that you can play almost anywhere on the course and have a really good shot at a birdie, as long as you can get a decent approach shot in. And that's for all the rounds. I haven't played round 4 pins, so I don't know where round 4 pins are, but 1, 2, and 3, you can pretty much play this anywhere you would like. As long as you can get a good approach shot in, you have a really good shot at birdie. And these are one of those holes where you need to score birdies on, especially if you're playing it a little safe. You know, if you're playing, you know, you don't want to run the risk of getting bogey. These and the par 5s are where you need to make your money on. And here's our first par 5, and you'll see distance is king on these par 5s. They're pretty long. All of them are. There's one that, depending on wind, you can get like a 3-iron in, 4-iron in. But, I mean, they're all long like this. A lot of them are coming into uphill, so distance is king. I suggest, you know, you use the 295 or something similar to the Bridgestone driver, and then the Sim 3 wood TaylorMade is also a good choice, just because you get some pretty good distancing on your shots on the par 5s. Again, you can play it safe if you'd like. You know, if you don't trust yourself a little, you can run some shorter driver in par 3 and rely on a pitch shot or like a short wedge coming in. But you got to at least get this second shot close, because again, the par 5s and the short par 4s are where you need to make your money. So Like, I'm probably gonna bogey this. Or, par this, I mean, not bogey. It's gonna be close. Ah, worm burner. I pushed it a little bit. Bummer. That's what you don't want to do. Par 5. Again, with the plateauing, like I said, it's kind of a theme of this course. So if you want to play, you know, you can play for a chip if you miss to the left. You can play over to the right if you just want to aim middle green a lot of the time, especially in the back pin selection. If you want to just aim middle of the green, just go for those 2 putts. That works fine too. I don't suggest you play down in the bunker, because a bad bunker shot could result in you running off to the left. So either play this left or play it for center of the green for all the pins. You can usually do all right if you just play for center of green. Don't feel like you need to attack every single hole. Sometimes, if you just want to play for par, play for par. And playing for pars is perfectly fine. This course isn't like the 2 that we've played. You know, there's not a whole lot of blow-up holes on this course. There's definitely bogeys out there to be had, especially with some poorly executed drives, but there's not a whole lot of blow-up holes. So playing for par birdie is a really good par mainly. Just playing for par and then scoring on those very scoreable holes. You'll be in perfect shape. If that's what you want to do. If you don't want to attack too much. You know, maybe your chipping isn't the best or your splash shots aren't the best, so you just want to get it on the green and try to 2-putt par. That's a viable option. I shorted this. Didn't get the power I wanted in on it, so we missed it to the right. It's unfortunate. Still a decent round going, though. There are a couple of holes in particular that what you're going to want to do on some of them is you're going to want to look off the tee where the pin is. This course tucks pins like a motherfucker. It tucks them in the most random places sometimes. Not random, it's by design, but you're going to want to just look down course if you're using, you know, from the tee box using your driver. Like this one, we wanted to keep to the right because this pin is tucked to the left. If we get this ball, you know, over to the left, we have to deal with that hill coming in. So you definitely, for a lot of these pins, just do a mental check off the tee box at where the pin is located. There's a par 5 in particular where the pin is actually tucked like to the right, and you need to keep the ball as left as possible coming into the green, or coming into the fairway. That way you have a chance at getting it close for an eagle. So just be aware. This course tucks pins. You just have to prepare for it. So just make a mental note. Every drive, I'm going to just look to see where the pin is located, so that I know where I want to hit this ball into the green. All right. This might finish off to the right. We might power through some of this break at the beginning. Yeah, we did. That's all right. 2-putt pars are fine. Whew, almost missed that though. 2 under we'll take. On to the next. It's perfect that this hole came up next. This is the one that I was talking about. I believe it is round 1 pins. Round 1 pins for this hole. Let me speed over here. Tucks the pin right here. It is right around here. I'm pretty sure it's round 1 pins. But it tucks the pin deep right over this bunker, this huge hill, all of it. So what you need to do on this hole is you need to get this thing as far left as you feel comfortable with to even have a chance at getting the ball even remotely close. So that's what I mean by, you know, zoom out like this and just take a look at where the pin is located, just so you know where you're wanting to hit. This one we're going to want to keep left too, just so we don't have to deal. We don't want to deal with that hill to the right, just past that bunker. We don't want to deal with it at all. And again, with these fairways, a lot of them slope back into the fairway, so don't be afraid to, you know, attack the left side of the fairway and have it trickle back. Yeah, it's like, I think round 1 is like right in here somewhere. So you have to get it as far right as you possibly can. Oh boy, that's a bad shot. That's not where you want to be. This is not where you want to be. We might end up potentially parring this again, another par 5. We can play it long a little bit, just because we have a little bit of a backstop. We do not want this short, so... that'll work perfectly. We at least have a shot at birdie here. We don't want to hit this too hard because we don't want to run this down the hill. All right, we got away with a birdie there. That was a very poorly timed slow. But as you've seen, distance is king. We've been able to hit all these par 5s so far. Depending on, you know, where the high wind is, you may have some that are shooting back into your face, which are going to affect you, but if you can score well on the short par 4s and the par 5s, you can play it safe from there on out. Another plateau shot, but this is one that you can play long because it runs back into the hill, so don't be afraid to play it long. Playing it short could leave yourself in a position of having a 50-foot putt up a hill with some pretty decent break. So just come in and look at all of your greens. Find your miss. You know, try to hit where you want it, but find your miss. Oh, it actually stopped up on that hill. I think this is the first time that it actually stopped up on this hill for me. Oh, this isn't good. Okay. Well, that kind of defeats the purpose that I was literally just brought up. All right, if you end in a position like this, you're going to want to play this very, very, very conservatively. You do not want to hit this hard and run it down the hill if you end up in something like this. So we're actually going to play this 10. We don't want to run this. We don't want to run this deep. So we're going to play this pretty short. If it finishes short, that is actually fine by me. If it runs a little past, we're all right with that too. Yeah, that works fine. We'll just take our par and be okay with it. We do not want to hit that hard and run that all the way down the hill. That's how you get into blow-up holes. Really do like these big fairways. Big fan. Big fan. Short it if possible. Thing is, very firm. You hit this hard, it is rolling forever. Find your miss. A little too short, we'll take it. At least got another chance for a birdie. This runs a little bit downhill, but should be okay as long as we don't hit it too hard. Yeah, we'll be all right. We will take our par. 2-putt pars are fine. Completely fine. So for my bag, this is about the only trouble I had. Like, there's a couple of holes where I'm in between a bit, but this is the one that's like really in between clubs. At least for this round. There is a front side pin location. Yep, she's running all the way off. This is where I usually end up on this hole, honestly. I almost always run this off to the left. It's a little frustrating, but... Oof. That went a little bit farther than I wanted it to. Oh boy, here we go. Let's not get a bogey. Okay. Trying to keep this clean. All right, here's another distance is king. Long par 4. Just want to try to get this as close as you possibly can and get a nice little splash shot. Maybe even a chance at an eagle putt. We'll see where this ends up. It slopes out a ton to the left. We are going to have a putt at this, though. This is another one of those holes, though. You just get it close. You know, get a chance for maybe an eagle, chip in, putt. But these are one of those holes where you just got to shoot for a birdie. Try to get this close as possible for your birdie putt. Especially if you're playing it pretty conservatively across the rest of the course. So that's what we're going to try to do. Get this close for a nice little birdie putt. Okay. 22, 33, 79. That's what we need. This might finish to the right some, but we're just looking for a lag putt here. It goes in great. We just need a lag putt close for our birdie. That's all we should be thinking about. Get it within 5. Get it within 5. Perfect. Also, if you haven't seen it yet, if you're wondering what putting method I'm using, I'll put it at the end of this video, and I'll also put it in the description. I have a little putting tips method that I use. It's a modification of the Hippie-Stein method for 2K21 that I use. Works pretty good. It has helped me immensely. And I've gotten really good feedback on it too, so that's good as well. Or plateauing. You can miss to the right. It will roll out a bit, so you're going to have probably a tough putt. If you want to play something like this, like extremely safe, I'd either aim... I don't even aiming mid is kind of tough, because look at the slope out at the hole. Like, if you want to play this really safe, aim short and just try to get a chip for your par putt. Try to get it, like, close for your par putt. If you want to play it very safe. Oh, we'll get to see what happens when we hit it over here to the right. This thing's gonna roll forever. Yep, right off the green. Yeah, like, look at this thing. Whew. She slopes out a ton. Not high enough. But we save our par. That's pretty much what I get on 12. I almost always get par. Not a whole lot of birdies in the rounds that I played here. If you want to, you can play it all the way over here if you want. Just so you know. You're going to have a long shot coming in your second, but... that's just the big fairways. They're nice. You know, you don't have to worry too much about not playing from the fairway on a lot of holes, just because the fairways are so big. Some more plateauing. Don't end short. If anything, be long. Yeah, we'll take the shot. We're gonna get a big bounce of the very firm, but we got another shot at a birdie here. This is a tough one. We're kind of in between speeds. Play this out, see what happens. Not quite hard enough. Unfortunate. Another par, though. At least we have shots at birdie. Another one of our par 5s. 3-wood will make it up there. You might have to pull out the big stick and hit driver from a deck, depending on wind. But one that you can, again, just get close. Oh. Just ill-advised slow shots, though. But at least we're close to get a nice little splash shot in. Which is, you know, what we're trying to do in the long run. Because these are the ones that we have to score on, these par 5s. And the short par 4s. So that's what we're going to try to do. All 4 rounds. Try to score on these par 5s. They're just set up really nice distance-wise with the long driver. Probably one of the toughest holes on the course, honestly. This par 3, I have bogeyed it a few times. It is very easy to bogey this hole. No matter what, you're gonna be doing a partial shot into it, more than likely, depending on your bag, of course. But this is one that you just got to be careful with. See if we can hit a big putt here. Maybe. Ooh! Yeah, fist pump away, dude. Big freaking putt there. Holy cow. God dang. That was a monster putt. Yes. 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 Whew. All right. Let's finish this out strong. We're good. I took a peek at where the pin was here, because I couldn't remember round 2 pins. Stuff. Big bounce and settle. No. Man, those very firm greens. That's a 9-iron. That was like a 10-foot bounce. Oh my gosh. Can't be missing those. That was bad. I rushed it a little bit. I shouldn't have. Yeah, that was bad. That was very, very bad. Name of the game. Don't end short. This might be really good. Ugh. Heavy bounce again. Oof, don't want to hit it too hard. Got a downslope past the hole. Oh! Maybe if we would have hit it a little bit harder, it might have went. Another par, which is still perfectly fine at this course. Even taking home some bogeys isn't that bad. Which, I mean, people are going to be hitting. Hell, I bogey a lot of holes in this course, too. Oh, this isn't a good drive. Maybe we get lucky here. You don't want to end bunker. God dang it. This is the shortest. Oh my gosh, this is the shortest par 5 on the course. This is not where you want to finish. Gosh darn it. That was stupid of me. This is one of those holes where you can easily just walk off with an eagle. It's just unfortunate that I hit that into the bunker. Don't do what I just did. Always just aim fairway here. Because it's so short. The green is huge, but it's so short that you can walk off with an eagle here at 18. We finish off on a birdie though. Card is 7 under. A lot of scoreable holes here at Windstone. If you need to, play it safe. Go for those pars, those 2-putt pars, the chip close for a par. Play for the pars if you have to. That's completely fine at this course. You just got to make sure if there's ever a time to score, you're doing it on the par 5s, you're doing it on the short par 4s. There's not a whole lot of blow-up holes, you know, kind of like how we saw with Evangelist, where you hit it into the water 9 times and score a 12 on a hole. There's not any of those at this course, but there is bogeys, double bogeys to be had out there. The fairways are big, but missing the fairway kind of punishes you at this course just because it is pretty long in some instances. I mean, almost 7,500 yards. That's a big boy. So play for your swing, whatever swing it may be. Play for the fairways. Play for those short par 4s and those par 5s. Distance is king at this course, like I've said. So if you feel comfortable enough, put some big boys in the bag and play those par 5s for eagle, birdie. Try not to bogey those par 5s and the short par 4s. Try your hardest not to. I know sometimes shit happens. And of course, you know, that goes for me too. But those are the ones that you're going to rarely have to score at this course. But that's it. That is the Challenge Circuit course, week number 1 for the TGC Tours, Windstone. Hopefully this high-level look at it helps you out. Maybe you don't have time to play practice rounds, and just seeing the course and how it plays helps you. If this is something that you like, make sure to leave a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel. Just tons of 2K21 content. I bring it almost every single day. And more to come. TGC Tours is starting up. I'll post my rounds next week. And I'm excited. I'm extremely excited to get this show on the road. Plaid out the gate is going to be fun. We're probably going to miss some cuts. We're probably going to miss a few cuts along the way. But should be interesting. I also stream live over at twitch.tv/RespawnTV Sunday, Wednesday, Friday, starting at 4 p.m. Eastern. If you want to see the live side of things, you can find me over there. But thanks for watching. Good luck, everybody, on your rounds this week. And we'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Have a good one. Deuces.